All right, welcome back to our final part of the post E3 State of Gaming podcast, where we're just gonna dish out our final thoughts and opinions on E3 2017. Overall, I'd say it was good, but not great. We had some good moments, and some surprising moments, like the announcement of Beyond Good and Evil 2, Metroid Prime. But like Sony, Microsoft, EA, Bethesda, nothing really happened that was like, oh my god,
Yeah.
this is happening, you know? Um, EA showed off a lot of good stuff from Battlefront, which was great. Bethesda just showed what we expected, and it looked good, but again, it was expected. Microsoft, again, they showed off the Xbox One X. The only surprising thing is they announced like original Xbox compatibility, and they did show off a lot of indie games, but we'll see where that goes. Besides Beyond Good and Evil 2, Ubisoft's conference did also still have some other good things like the Skull and Bones Pyre game, Elijah Wood's stuff, and Sony was just basically everything they showed last year, just more with like the few surprises like Skyrim VR and Shadow of the Colossus. So yeah, like I said, overall good, but not great. You know, it wasn't bad. It was still enjoyable. There's still a lot of good stuff to look forward to, but it's not wasn't as exciting as the last few years.
Yeah, it's weird. It's a weird year when Nintendo and Ubisoft are like the heads of the they're the ones who are killing it. And honestly, like it's when I'm thinking about it, like it's probably the first year I've seen Ubisoft really take front center stage like this, like really surprise us and show us some good stuff like that. But you know what? I guess it's better to be kind of surprised than to totally predict everything. But now let me ask you, what is your game of show? What would you say is your best game?
I mean,
Best game of E3.
like just like something that actually showed gameplay for, or just
I would say Metroid Prime 4 then, but
Yeah.
I can't say that. 'Cause for me, I think I would have to say my best game of show is probably Mario Odyssey, just
Yeah.
because it was totally surprising. It was really fun, and it just convinced me that Nintendo knows what they're doing with this game.
yeah.
And my runner-up, I would probably have to give it to Spider-Man, just because that also looked pretty kick-ass.
Spider-Man looked good. I'd say, although despite some concerns, Assassin's Creed had a good showing. I feel. What else? God of War.
Yeah, God of War is pretty close for me, but I just think Spider-Man and Mario were so
Yeah,
fresh.
I probably agree with that. But yeah, and then maybe God of War and yeah, because again, there wasn't much that was even within the games that show gameplay that surprising. You know, like Days Gone and State of Decay were like, you know, both doing their thing, and but God of War looks really impressive. I like what they're doing with it, and I'm definitely excited to see more. Even though I never really played any of the other God of War games, this has got my attention for the franchise in general.
Well, you got to play the HD remaster of 3 on your PS4.
Yeah, it's definitely something I should do. Trying to think what other games. Yeah, I'm not sure. I mean, again, nothing really.
Is that underwhelming for you?
I mean, overall, I'd say a little. Yeah, like I said, it was good, but not great. A little underwhelming. Nothing that really was like, this is what I need in my life immediately, you know? But yeah, just a solid type of E3 that won't be talked about much a few years from now, except for the cringeworthy moments at EA's conference.
So I guess we could say
And Beyond Good and Evil.
we could say that maybe last year's E3 was probably the it was like the reveal trailer of E3 shows, and this was sort of like the gameplay trailer of E3 shows. So it's like we got all the surprises out of the way last year. This year was more, now let's take
expanding on the surprises.
Exactly.
Which is why like it's hard to pick something that really like grabbed me,
out.
you know? Like the last few years it's been much easier, you know, like 2 years ago Fallout very easily you could have said was game of the show, because it really just took everybody by storm and everything, and yeah. So, yeah, I'd say maybe not necessarily game of the show, but the one thing that kind of got me excited was the Shadow of the Colossus remake.
Oh yeah, that was a big surprise.
Yeah, that I liked, and it looked really good. Yeah.
There's a lot to be said about this. Like we were talking about how Sony's running their show now. There's a lot to be said about how they're not presenting their trailers anymore. Like when we see the Game Awards and stuff, there's usually a bit of a an intro before the show. They're like, oh, in this game, or you've been waiting for this one, or the developer will get on stage and be like, yeah, that's right, I'm about to talk about my game from this company.
Yeah.
But with no warning whatsoever, when you just get like thrown into a trailer live, you're just left to speculate, and that's kind of an exciting moment.
It's very exciting.
It's like the meta exciting part of E3, and I really think that that's something that I hope never dies. I think that's my favorite part of E3, really.
Yeah, and like I said, that's what Sony does right. You know, they keep the excitement going. You know, you don't know what you're gonna see until, you know, you actually see it. It's good. Anything else you want to add, or?
No, I think I did such a good job of covering every game so far. Like, we were discussing everything. I think we didn't miss a little detail that I wanted to discuss. So I think we're good.
All right. Well, that's another E3 in the books then. And
absolutely.
Yeah. Hopefully next year we'll get a few more surprises or some returns of former surprises like Final Fantasy and Shenmue.
That's been going for a while.
Kingdom Hearts, Last of Us, if it hopefully and
it isn't out yet.
Yeah. That would be even a better surprise if it's somehow out before then. But yeah. All right. So that about sums it up for State of Gaming E3 podcast. Got a lot of parts, a lot of videos, a lot of games discussed, and hopefully we'll do it all again next year.
Absolutely.